I think for Max, it was probably love at first sight. I think Max is someone who knows right away what he wants and will never change his mind. Max is one of the most loyal people I've ever met. I think Max laid eyes on Meredith and was in. I think Meredith needed a lot of convincing.
For Max, probably, definitely, but it probably took Meredith a couple of months or years to even like Max.
For Max, definitely it was 100%. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I think for Meredith, she's got thick skin, so he had to crack her. But I think that obviously he's done a very, very good job.
Yeah, I mean, I think Meredith knew. She definitely liked him as a friend. He was so hilarious. But I think it took her a little bit of time. But
I mean, all those years, like going, when Max would come to New Jersey from Long Island to like go to her prom or whatever,
Yeah.
I knew that this was going to be a very, very
serious thing.
long-term serious thing.
When we met Max, yes, it was love at first sight.
I know for Max it was.
Yes, Max. All he did was talk about the Levers and Meredith.
Meredith.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Viva.
I knew they were very good friends for several years, but I knew that when Max came to New Jersey in the stretched limo to take Meredith to the prom, and I said to Meredith, this is it. You're going to marry him one day.
Max and Meredith love food. They love going to festivals. They love to just be social, do anything, adrenaline junkie type. They just are like the craziest pair when they're together.
They like going out to see new things and places, and they like to travel a lot and see different things, and they just have fun together.
They like
really
the
cool.
farmers market. They do that on the weekends. But it does involve food.
The food trucks on Tuesday nights.
What is Max's favorite pastime?
To eat,
What is Meredith's favorite pastime?
probably to eat also.
Walking the dogs, going to the amusement parks, riding roller coasters, and fine dining.
I'd say Max's favorite pastime is monkey in the middle. Max has always been the monkey in between Harry and I, who's never stopped chirping. Meredith. I think Meredith's favorite pastime is Simon Says, but let's call it Meredith Says, because Meredith is always wearing the pants in her relationship with Max, and Matt, let's be real, she's the older sister.
Max was like having 3 kids in one. He was a handful, but a lot of fun.
He was
Always
sweet.
upbeat, sweet, nice.
But a lot to handle.
But a lot, always had a lot going on, and a lot of friends, and he was always doing something, always taking him someplace and going somewhere, and he never really sat, he just kept going.
Max was the happiest child you could ever imagine. I would stuff him in a bathtub, I would stuff him behind his bed, and the kid would just never stop laughing. I never understood it.
Meredith was always the boss, always in charge, fiercely loyal to her friends, fiercely loyal to her siblings. If someone was being mean to either one of us, she was on them, and you totally feel her wrath. But yeah, she was always the leader, always in charge. Still to this day, still in charge.
It's got to be Meredith's way.
Yeah, always Meredith's way.
Meredith was a very precocious child. She would, how do I say this nicely?
Have her own mind.
She was very independent. If I told her I had a hand, hold her hand if we were crossing the street, she would walk with her hands clenched inside one another and say, I'll hold my own hand, and then march off across the street.
She was a character. I'll never forget the morning we were leaving to go to Luga. We had to wake her up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And she was sitting on the suitcase in the hallway with the most courageous face you could ever imagine, but a cutie. but she didn't want to be woken up. She loves her sleep and still does.
Good.
Well, I know they met at Camp Pocono Trails, and I believe they were casted in the show Grease, and they follow the true love story of how Kinnicky and Rizzo fell in love, and it's a true life story that Max and Meredith fell in love after the camp play. They started dating at camp.
What was also great about Max and Meredith is they were best friends first before being lovers. And they just had a lot in common. They had a lot of fun together. And Max took Meredith to her junior prom when he was in 8th grade.
Right. And we said, what is an 8th grader going to do?
So what's an 8th grader going to do
with a junior prom?
So we got him a tuxedo, and we got him a limousine, and we sent them down to New Jersey. And they had a great time.
That was the beginning.
These two met here at camp 14 years ago? 14 years ago. And they met actually doing a camp show at that time. What was the name of the show? Grease. Right, they did Grease. We did Grease that summer. In fact, I was in the show. I played the teenager. I was much younger then. And 14 years ago, they met here at CPT.
I was actually Max's counselor, and he came up to me and was like, there's a girl that I like, and basically that night we went out where all the kids hang out, and Max, I was like, all right, show me who she is, and he pointed, and then I was like, I don't understand what you're looking at, because that's my sister standing right in front of you, and that was all those years ago.
Yeah, Max was a chubby platinum blonde, and he came up to me once.
Blonde hair.
Yeah, once he knew that I was Meredith's sister, came up to me, befriended me, was my best friend, and wore me down so he could wear Meredith down. And I guess it paid off,
worked.
right?
It
worked.
I heard about an older girl way back in the day, but it was more, I think Max was more attracted to Matt at first, being the older counselor and the star of MTV Fat Camp. So I think when Max found out that Matt had a younger sister, he slid right in.
All he did was talk about the Liebers and Meredith. And Meredith's family, and Meredith's brother was, Matthew was the counselor.
Emily.
And Emily, he wanted the whole family.
Matt was his counselor, so that was the beginning of Max and the Lieber family, because we had Matt as a counselor. He called me up and said, Dad, when you come up, make sure you give Matt a really big tip. So.
But he always talked about the Liebers. For his bar mitzvah, he came to us and he said, I know I can't have any camp friends invited anymore. He said, but I have to invite the whole Lieber family. And I said, oh, Max, we can't have any more people at your bar mitzvah. Please, I have to have the whole Lieber family. And thank God that he stuck with them, because...
This is true.
Max asked to meet me one Saturday morning for breakfast. We met at a bagel shop in Boca, and as we're sitting at the table, there was a parade of people walking by, all of them who knew Max, wanting to say, hi Max, how are you? Who are you with? And he kept responding, my girlfriend's father. By then, I knew what was going on, and Max asked me for my blessings, and obviously I could not say no.
Proposal was actually the longest in the making of any proposal ever. Basically every single person knew about it except Meredith, and we were
Which
praying,
is hard.
We were praying to God that of the hundreds of people that knew, she would not find out. And we just avoided her, and anything that we did around that time, we were such weirdos because we couldn't even talk to her and tell her because we were so excited.
It's true. She called me that morning, and I was on my way to JFK, and she was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm sitting at my desk right now. I have to go. Bye.
Max was so excited about the proposal. He's called me up and said, Mom, I need help. I have so many great ideas. I can't wait. I have to do it now. He was so nervous for Meredith to pass the bar. He wanted to do it before she got, her answer, whether she passed or not, because he didn't want her to turn him down. He was so crazy about her.
He wanted him to help design the ring and the setting. And
he was involved in every aspect of the designing of the ring, and We had it done up in New York
What he did at the proposal when he made that box of their life together and
with
how
pictures and memories.
and he just did it right. It was so natural for him.
So Max
And-
proposed on the beach at the Seaview Hotel in Bell Harbor, and he had the whole family there, the brothers and sisters and parents all come down, and we had a weekend together of lots of love and celebrating.
She didn't know we were there, so as you know, so it was fun for her to have the surprise of all of us being there to celebrate it, and we spent the night at the hotel, and
Don't think
it was just a lot of fun.
but it was really nice for all of us to be
We were
there.
all able to watch from the terrace of our
We
room.
watched the proposal. Max on the beach. When he got down on one knee, he had the photographer waiting on the beach, and when he dragged Meredith out to the beach to look at the cabanas that were being built, that there were no cabanas on the beach, she still had no idea what was happening. He pulled it off.
We think.
And when Meredith usually knows everything that's going on, she's
Well, Max doesn't, he's a big mouth, so we think she was
right.
surprised.
He told everybody, but we weren't sure if Meredith would have found out prior. But we think she
But it was a
surprised.
beautiful proposal, and they were so cute together on the beach, and they came in, we were all there, we jumped out from behind, and we had a great little party.
And what's so nice,
It came not as shock, but I think Max, I didn't know it was coming right away. I knew these two were definitely getting married no matter what. There was no one else in the world for them. But Max planned this very thoughtfully, which he never does. Max always acts just out of instinct, but Max took a step back and thought out this proposal very well. It was a beautiful proposal.
We saw the entire thing happen. He got on
Photographers
one knee.
and everything.
Yeah, he got on one knee on the beach, and a photographer came out, and all you saw was Meredith.
Oh, I want to
hands
see
on
the
her
cabanas
face.
on the beach, Max.
Yeah, all you saw was her just complete shock, and
I've never seen her happier.
yeah, I never. And afterwards,
Maybe after passing the bar, but aside from that.
yeah, same weekend. But after that, we just all celebrated, both families, and never in my life have I seen either of them so excited or it was
Electrified.
we were just waiting for this to happen, and it's been almost 15 years in the making.
This is Emily Lieber reporting live
Matthew
from behind
Lieber,
the scenes of
in
Meredith's
for Miami.
engagement.
That's fine. The bar's.
They're here.
How are you here? I never got a text.
Oh, Emily.
They're coming in.
Live on the set.
Reporting live from their engagement.
I love Max's sweetness. I love his passion. I love the fact that Meredith comes first, and he always puts her ahead of it. And hold on, I gotta put Meredith on. She'll tell you what it's all about.
Right, Meredith is
Hold
the
on,
boss.
Dad. Meredith is the boss. She'll tell you.
right? The two of them are very good to one another, to each
I
other.
like him because he's nice, and he's got no meanness in him, and he just cares about people, and he's got great, just passion about what he does and who he is, and he cares about people,
He
and
has huge empathy for others.
he's just a sympathetic, good guy.
What I love most about Max is his happy-go-lucky attitude. He always has a smile on his face, and he's the best brother. Sorry, Jake.
Happiest human to ever live. I mean, Max has shocked a lot of people in a lot of ways. Max, as everyone knows, was heavy. Max definitely had a lot to live up to in my footsteps. Max, even in school, teachers, everything, Max had a lot to live up to, and Max has always handled it with grace and positivity. Max's positivity is definitely his number one attribute.
I love that kid. When I was down in Florida for an extended amount of time, like Max was really a vital part of me getting through that stuff. So I'm glad he was there.
I love that Max is so vibrant and so in your family. It doesn't matter if it's a stranger or it's our family.
That's true.
Wherever he goes, he's so comfortable.
He's like Mr. Jewish geography.
Yeah, he is.
He loves it.
He is. It's like no matter where you are, Max will connect you. It doesn't matter if it's his dog walker, his cousin,
A bartender.
A bartender. He will connect you, and that's what I love most about
I
him.
agree.
This is really great. He's a real true person who really cares about you. If he likes you, he absolutely loves you. And he just has a heart of gold.
Meredith and I developed a great relationship. I can consider her a friend and a sister, and I can count on her for anything.
I love Meredith so much. She's so nice to have a daughter finally after all these years. Craig and I always wanted a daughter.
Love having her around. She's very sweet. She's so good to Max. She's so good to us.
She really
she
is.
just fits perfectly in our family.
Yeah, she's great with Jake and Harry.
And I have a lawyer now in the family, so it really works.
What I love about Meredith is that she's very fun-loving, very caring. She lets you know how she feels. And she's always there for us.
Meredith is the absolute funniest person you'll ever meet.
Definitely.
She just, it doesn't matter who she's with, what we're doing, she just makes everyone in the room crack up. Also, I think I really like that she's good at kind of everything she does.
That's true.
It doesn't matter either what it is, who she's with, what she's doing. She's always the number one person in the room, making
Sets a
everyone
goal.
laugh, sets a goal,
And
crushes
hits
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, crushes it every time.
So many stories about Max. That's just his whole life has just been. He's just a funny guy, and he just enjoys making people happy.
And we thank God for Meredith that she puts up with
We
Max.
thank so much, Meredith. We
I
love
thank you for coming to the rescue and putting up with Max and listening to him and really being his number one cheerleader. Because
So happy you're coming into our family. And
we are so excited to have a daughter.
They complement each other. Meredith is very level, very grounded. Max is a little bit more
Eccentric?
I'll agree to eccentric. And they just balance each other out beautifully.
So I think these two really have the best interest, and I know they do. Max doesn't even say I anymore. He says we. They are a team 100%, and they will make it through anything.
Okay, and then if there's any other like stories you want to add or like little things about them or, you know, just like
How about-
remember, Grandma's going to be in the room. Most people.
They would come home from being out in Nyack, and they would wake me up in the middle of the night and say, "Mom, move over. We want to snuggle with you." That's cute. I didn't say they were wasted.
You just did.
That's funny.
That can be edited out.